team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. Buckeyes will kick this away to start us off. And here's the fair catch by the return man. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Makes it 2nd and medium. They'll run it here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Boy, great job by this defense on this 2nd down run. Just stonewalled them at the line of scrimmage. Now they get a chance to really pressure the quarterback here, try to get off the field.
So on the opening drive, they're backed up here now, 3rd and 9. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking for his big tight end. The defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
Gosh, Chris, I just love this atmosphere. The home field advantage on full display. The defense flying around with energy. Nice job there on that 3rd down of using the energy from the crowd to make that stop.
The Wolverines will send the punt team onto the field. Oh, he's got a crease here. Look out. Returner brought down. Sets up the next drive. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Moving the receiver around pre-snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2. Now, the last time they played, it was Ohio State making the plays, Kirk, in the crucial moments. It was a painful, tight loss for Michigan.
Yeah, it was a game that kind of went back and forth until Ohio State, as you said, in those final few minutes, made the right plays to be able to win the game. And now we get a chance to see the next chapter between these two great rivals.
Here's the 2nd down play. Handoff to the back. The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field.
You know, Chris, what a great run here. You think about Ohio State, you think lately about those NFL-ready wide receivers. But we all know it starts with their running games, all those great backs they've had over the years.
See what the call is on 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Play action here on first down. Looking for the wideout. And he's got his man open downfield. They bring him down, but that is a huge play for this passing game. Big game.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big game.
The Buckeyes with 1st and 10 here. Offense will keep it on the ground here. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Empty set now. 5 wide receivers. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Quickly. They get him down quickly. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though? That's called team pursuit and swarming to the football. They didn't give him any lanes, so not much yards downfield for the receiver.
He'll drop back here on 3rd down. And the junior able to get home with the sack.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
And that one's straight down the middle. So we have our first points on the board. That makes it 3-0.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Offense is back on the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? And there's the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Handoff here from the shotgun. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
Well, let's give credit to the offensive line here. They went with a run blitz. The offensive line sees it, picks it up, gives them enough room to pick up some solid yards.
That run sets up an important 3rd down call for this offense. Can he make it to the marker? Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Well, 3rd down, why not hand it to your running back? He's one of the more gifted athletes on your team. You give him a chance, he's going to give you the yards that he needs, and that is a 1st down.
That run picks up 1st down yardage, a fresh set of downs for this offense. They'll hand it off. Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5.
It's a really good, solid run. I know it's not the flashiest big play, but it's important for your offense to be able to get yards like that on early downs. You stay ahead of the chains, and it opens up the playbook for the 2nd and 3rd down coming
offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Takes the handoff, and he'll head left. Trucks through the defender. That's a solid gain to move the sticks as the first quarter clock winds down. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Oh, and it's incomplete. He flat out dropped what would have been a touchdown. Second down coming up now. Well, for many, this is the quintessential college football rivalry. It combines tradition, high intensity, and very often high stakes.
Yeah, Chris, I really think the rivalry has changed over the years. Guys in my era would tell you it was a game that was the most heated but the most respected because of the way you were recruited by both schools. There was the Woody, there was the Bo influence on the rivalry. But I think in the new social media era, I think it's more about hatred for the two schools on both sides. It's just a different feel. We'll feel that today when these teams go at it.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back, we're going to throw for the first down. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Tried to use his legs to make the first down. Couldn't get there, and now it's a fourth down call.
Well, the quarterback knew the one thing he can't do here is take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. Now, he didn't pick up the first down, but he gave him a shot. I think he'll get some love from his guys for that effort.
And the field goal unit coming on the field now. And he's got it from 48 yards out, showing off the big leg.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. Comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. Last possession produced a field goal. No doubt they're thinking touchdown this time. Breaking free at the 35. Tackle made after a big gain.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
Solid gain moves the ball up to the 47. It'll be first down. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? It's an RPO. The quarterback gets it out quickly. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Buckeyes line up on 1st and 10 now. Handoff from the shotgun. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. There's contact on the throw. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down. See if the offense can move the chains off that incompletion. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Boy, what a job by the offensive coordinator going to that 5-wide receiver set, creating the one-on-one matchups, finding the most favorable matchup, and then going to that receiver for the score.
Point after, not quite through. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner opportunity to bring this back. Fields it just outside the goal line. And the returner will be brought down. Offense comes back out on the field. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Not much time remaining to cut into this lead. Here comes a handoff. Throws a stiff arm.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. And the same runner's got it again.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back has given this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
Second down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Close to the tight end. It's caught downfield. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Good job here to be able to get a foot down. That was awfully close to being out of bounds, but no, he's in.
The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack.
Chris, he's getting in there so quickly. You might want to consider a chip block with either the tight end or a running back to slow him down. He's just too talented out there.
First down sack pushes the ball back. Second down coming up. And he'll set up to throw. Looking to make a play deep downfield. And is intercepted. Going the other way. Can they stop him? Plainly able to take him down, but that's a great return after the pick.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. Let's see what they can do here. There's time to run a few plays, perhaps get into field goal range. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This backs vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Looks like the final play of the half coming up. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Running back grabs it on a screen. They make the tackle as time expires. That'll do it for the first half. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Wolverines will kick this deep to begin the second half. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground. Breaking free at the 35. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there, the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push. Nice crease, and the back found that with the vision and picks up some big yards for that first down.
One play moves the ball to the 45. It'll be first down. And now the running back's got it again. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Play action fake. Looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
What will the call be on third and long now from the 44? Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. He'll take a deep shot here. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
Well, they come out firing here to start this second half. They didn't make this completion, but I think it sends a clear message to this defense that the adjustments that this offense is going to make is that they're going to be aggressive and they're going to look for their one-on-one opportunities.
That punch sails out of bounds. There'll be no return this time. Michigan offense back out on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. They'll tackle him at the 27.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Here comes the bunch formation. Now they're running on the toss. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of a defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
So ball at the 30. This is a manageable third down play for the offense. Can he get there on the ground? They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Things just appear to be a bit out of sync from the get-go. Now, give credit to the front seven of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
They'll kick it away here. Oh, and he's got some space here. And he's going to head out of bounds, but not before picking up some good yardage on the return. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. Which offense can get it going first? This one has been a struggle so far. They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Handoff to the right side. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Third down play, looking for a fresh set of downs. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Only gets a couple of yards there. It'll bring up 4th down. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. A running play called on 4th down. He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a 4th down stop.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decide to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. They're coming off a quick 3 and out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. And you hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
After the incompletion, the lineup here for a 3rd and 7. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. It's a quick grab. The gain is not enough for first down, so it brings up a 4th and short.
The offense gets some positive yards here, but they're going to be short of the first down marker to set up 4th down. Really good job by the defense of tackling and the awareness to keep him short of that first down mark.
And the Wolverines will send their punt team onto the field. He's on to kick it away, helping his team with field position. Can they catch him? And he's going to get run out of bounds after a small pickup on the return.
Well, I thought the return team did a really good job of giving him some room to work with, but I feel like the returner was so focused on making a big play downfield that he forgot to take care of the football, and it cost him.
And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. This group is coming off a quick 3-and-out. Can they put something together with this drive? And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
On first down, why not keep it on the ground? That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. A pop pass on the jet sweep. He takes it into the end zone, but a marker is down, so hold on here. Well, that one is going to sting. Take the crucial touchdown off the board. They'll be backed up and have to try it again. Second down play coming up. There's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Now, wasn't alert enough, didn't get the play off. That'll cost him 5 yards. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Now it's second down here. From the shotgun, drops back. Makes a quick catch. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Looking to set up a screen pass here. And they'll bring him down. The defense fought through the blocks, and they stomp him short of the first down.
Now, there's just nothing here for the quarterback to do other than throw it to his back and hope that he can get the yards after the catch, enough for the first down. But the defense gives some yards, but not enough for him to get to the sticks.
So on fourth down, out trots the place kicker in a very big spot here. Long enough and good.
Snap, The hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. Crucial possession. This game just got tighter. They love to play keep away, chew on the clock. How will they call it here? And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain.
Chris, good job here on that stop, but remember the ball is inbounds and the clock keeps moving here late in the game and you're trailing. As a defense, you got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all 3 to use. At what point are you going to start putting those into play?
Getting set. Here's second down. From the gun, he looks for an open man. The short completion of the tight end. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
So ball at the 30. This is a manageable third down play for the offense. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Offense looking to throw the ball. Oh, and he can't quite hold on. A great chance for their first interception here today, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
And I think the quarterback here forces the ball because it's third down, but he's got to be careful having the ball on his own side of the field. That ball was almost picked off.
And on fourth down, the punter sends it away. We'll see what he can do with the return. Finally forced out of bounds, but a solid return that time. Michigan offense back out on the field. After a field goal the last time out, we'll see what they can get here. First down, looking to throw the football. That ball snagged for a completion. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
Well, fourth quarter down by a couple of scores. This offense doing everything they can to not just score points, but do it in a hurry, try to preserve the clock. Here, they're tackled in bounds. They don't pick up a first down. Good job by this defense to keep that clock moving.
Second down after that previous play. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. He pulls it in for a big gain. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
The defense does a nice job of forcing the quarterback here to be patient by playing zone. They run a crossing route. Defense is there, but not able to break up the catch.
First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. He'll hand it off. The gain is 3. Now it's second down and 7. We've reached the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to steal a late-game comeback victory. Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Chris, it's so much fun to watch the athleticism at the wide receiver position nowadays. The ability to make plays on the outside is extraordinary, and they bring a certain toughness, too, that catches my eye.
The Wolverines starting a new series here on 1st and 10. One man in the backfield, and he'll get the football. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
Christine, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback drops back. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Oh, that one's picked off. Going the other way, can they catch him? Across midfield. And he steps out of bounds after a great return. What a pick. Sets up the offense in great position.
Wow, what a play by this defense to come up with the interception. And a big return. They almost take it to the house, but you got to give the quarterback some credit. Yeah, he threw a pick, but he didn't give up on the play and hang his head. Instead, he makes the tackle to prevent the defense from scoring.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. Can they play keep away here? Just protect this lead in the final 2 minutes. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Offense getting set. Second down play here. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up.
Well, this is just an outstanding job by this defender being in phase against this receiver and being able to tip that ball away. He actually tips it up into the air. The offense catches a break that ball's not intercepted.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. He's not going to get the first down. It's 4th down now. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. The Buckeyes will line up to boot it away. And at 4th down, they'll punt it away here. And the returner will be brought down. Offense is back on the field. It comes down to this. They need a touchdown. They've got some time to work with. How aggressive will they be? First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. The QB throws his 3rd pick of the day. That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
Well, that defender deserves the game ball for that game-sealing play. Now all there is to do is run out the clock and walk out of here with a W.
So with With the lead secure here, it's time to just take a knee, run out the clock, and plan the victory celebration.
There might not be a sweeter feeling in college football if you walk off the field knowing that you have taken care of business and beaten a rival.
Nothing better than that. That's one of the feelings that you'll never forget. For everyone in this program who supports this team and played on that football field, they'll never forget this win. A well-earned victory and bragging rights until they play again.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.